Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 3 of the Gainer Gossip. I am Pluto, and with me as always is.
Hey guys, I'm Jenny, and we're happy to have you here.
And do you want to go ahead and introduce our guest?
Yes, this
Hey
is my
guys.
very talented friend, Lainey. She is an amazing actress and one of my best friends, and she's so great at what she does. Let Lainey tell a little bit about herself and introduce herself now.
Hey guys, my name is Laneybetty. I'm an actress, I'm an artist. I live in Canada. I love acting so much. I met Jenny through TikTok and through an acting group that we do. Um, and we've been friends for about a year and it literally feels like we've been friends forever because
I
we got
know.
so I'm very excited. It's my first podcast ever.
I'm excited for her.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. Jenny will try to be gentle on you. It'll be okay.
Nice. I mean, to be honest, like I'm new to this too, so I'm doing the best I can.
Yeah. But we'll all do the best we can, so it'll be fun.
Yes, that's all that matters is doing our best.
Why don't you
Should
get into the questions?
Okay, awesome. So, Lainey, how long have you been involved in this industry?
Honestly, since I was about 3 years old, I started dancing at 3 years old. So I started doing ballet, jazz, and tap until I was about maybe 7 years old, I can say. So how long is that? 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 4 years. 4 years straight, I did dance, and then from age of 8 to about now, I did hip hop. So
That's amazing.
yeah, so I've been dancing like my entire life, and I feel like that's like the first time that I really entered this entertainment industry. Even when I was younger, like when I was 10 years old, do you remember Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, Hannah Montana, all those shows?
Yes,
Yep.
I love those shows.
Yeah, I love those. So I remember watching them coming home from elementary, and I was looking at my mom and I said, I want to do that one day. And and I know I will. And I just had that feeling. I had that burst of feeling in my stomach of like I want to be an actress. So then I entered. Okay, this is weird because I know you guys live in the States. It's different in Canada. So for high school, we start high school in grade 7 and all the way to grade 11. So there's no middle school or anything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That is different.
it is very different. So when I entered high school, I signed up for drama class and I didn't know if I was gonna like it. Uh, but I went in and I had a blast throughout the year, and then I just kept signing up for it every year until grade 11. So I've been basically acting since I was about 12. I just took it really, really seriously the past 3.5 years. So
And
yeah.
like it's just something you feel like in your soul you're like called to do. You
Oh my
just
god.
feel it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's like the most amazing feeling, like how you were saying when you were watching those shows and you kind of knew like seeing those people on the screen, like this is what I want to do. Like I feel this is like something that is perfect for me kind of
Oh my
thing.
god. Yes. Yeah. And like I just feel that I can do that. And then like when I was watching it the first time, I was like, I can so do that. I can totally see myself on that set and just having fun and collabing with different artists, which is amazing.
Yeah, I think that's like the best part about acting is like experiencing it, but also like meeting so many amazing people who love it like you. Cause it's
Yeah.
like when you're not friends with people that are actors, like that's fine too, you know, obviously, but like you don't have that same like I don't know, like energy and passion. Like you're not on the same wavelength as them. So sometimes it's kind of hard to relate.
Yeah. I find that too because let's say you and me, we have so much in common.
Right.
So much in
We
common.
really do.
It's crazy. But yes, like you said, it's good to have non-actor friends too, because I feel like you can learn from their life experiences as well.
Yeah.
So it's just a different vibe, and it's so good. But when you're friends with actors, you get along with them better because you know the struggle and you know like the ups and downs and everything. So
Yeah, exactly. And it's kind of like they have that dream too of like a passion. Because I feel like there's some people in life that don't have a passion. And that
yeah,
kind of makes me sad because it's like they're just, you know, living their day to day. And there's nothing wrong with that. But like, I just feel
yeah,
like when you have a passion, you feel so much more alive.
exactly. Yeah, it's you have like this fire in you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
exactly.
There's a lot of people who say they want to do stuff too that didn't just don't actually take the steps to do any of that
I
stuff to
know.
get there too. So there's a lot of people who just like expect it to happen and then complain when it doesn't. So you have to navigate that too, for sure.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm not sure why that happens, but I feel like having a passion just makes it makes you more open-minded, and you find yourself so much more. So
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like everyone should have a passion in their life and go for it.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel too. Because it's like for instance, like sometimes when you don't have, and I get that because like those people that are kind of like depressed, I feel like they get more depressed when they don't have something to look forward to. Because if
Yeah.
I didn't have a passion, I can't imagine like just
I
waking
know.
up and not like being
I know.
passionate about doing something. Like it's weird to me, you know?
I feel like
Yeah,
so
like
many people get caught up in the 9 to 5 work, go
yes.
home, sleep, repeat it over and over
Um,
again, and like they don't do anything to get out of that. And it's just
I
like,
know.
do you want to do that until you die?
Oh my God, no. It's like it's it's the same loop all the time for them. Like at least like for us, we have something to look forward to, and then we have like something like tips in our brain, like, and a list going down, like, oh, I'm gonna do this today, and then oh, I can
Yeah.
create this, or like I'm gonna collab with this, I'm gonna go to this networking event, and just
hmm
like there's so
Yeah,
many. It's amazing. So
I couldn't imagine
exactly.
having nothing to do after work. Just literally be insane.
Yeah, or just like working a job. And like I said again, I want people to know watching this. I don't think there's anything wrong with
no,
working a 9 to 5. None of us do. But
no,
we're just saying like people that judge like what we love to do, it's that's what we don't get because it's like, when you have a passion, you just feel so much more alive. And I feel like they can't relate to us because they don't understand that
hmm
aspect.
yeah, and like I don't know if it's out of, I don't know, like fear, or they're just scared that it's not going to work out or anything.
Yeah.
But my advice, like to anyone who's listening to this, like just do it. Like whatever passion it is, even if you want to be a space guy, go ahead. You want to be an astronaut, pursue it, do it, because you never know. Like you can make a career out of it. Like just do it, you know?
100%. It's like anything you want to do. Like you said, a space guy, a doctor, like anything, like a beekeeper, like I don't know, anything you want to do. It's like, there should be no docking anyone's passion because people
Yeah.
have passions for different things.
Yeah,
Mm.
So,
exactly. As long as your chats are actually trying to do something that you're passionate about, then that's good. Like, I mean, it's like winning the
yeah,
lottery. You can't win it if you're not actually in it. Like, you have to actually participate.
right, exactly.
Exactly.
And Lady, what is your favorite part of what you do? Like, I mean, I kind of already know, like being your best friend, what your favorite part is, but to tell the audience, like, what is your favorite part of what you do?
My favorite part of what I do. There are so many different things, but I feel like my favorite part is meeting people.
Yeah, I love that.
meeting like Meeting like-minded people like you and me.
I was just about to say like-minded people. Like what?
Yeah. Great minds think alike. Yeah.
Right. I was just about to say that. And I agree with that because I feel like it's great to, do the craft, but what means the most is meeting other people that you can like be great friends with and relate to and like vibe with very well.
Yeah, honestly, I think that's like the whole part of this industry, especially, is just
Mm-hmm.
meeting so many like-minded people. Like there are a lot of artists out there, and we have yet to meet all of them,
Yeah,
because it's
that's true.
it's like, and like I'm that's what I'm so excited about. Like you never know when you can meet these people. Like next week I can meet someone new. You know,
Mhm.
like from one week to the next, we didn't know that we existed. You know what I mean?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. And that's
Yeah,
what's crazy. Like I
I
would
know.
have never like met you if I wasn't on acting on TikTok. Like
Exactly. So, and I feel like it's all meant to be, and I feel like the universe just like makes paths for everybody so we can cross, and then we could all meet. And I feel like it's just amazing, because then you get to learn from other people, and you get to see how other people are, and then you can also incorporate that into your work and your craft, and
right.
in like the most beautiful way possible.
Exactly. And it's like I love that you said that because it's like people, especially in this industry, with like what you were saying, your favorite part is what you do. It's like so many actors also, like, in the sense, it's like have so many different types of personalities.
Yeah.
And like they can kind of bounce off each other, like, hey, this person may help this person with this in acting or in life. And it's like they can kind of learn from each other. And I feel like all ages can be friends. Like I could do a scene with like Adam Sandler, who's way older than me, and
Yes.
learn so much from him.
Exactly.
So it's like, it's really
Yeah.
cool. That's what I love about this craft. It's like in acting, everybody's kind of like a family in a sense.
I'm so glad you're saying that, because when I took my improv class in May, there was so many different ages in that group. Like, let's say the ages ranged from, I don't know, maybe 21 to about 60 even.
Yeah.
That's the most like beautiful thing about this industry, is that there's just so many different ages, and like you can see how everybody acts all together, and like it doesn't even matter the age. Like you can be best friends with like a 50-year-old and it doesn't matter.
Right.
You know?
Right. And I'm glad that you said that, because I feel like a lot of people don't get that unless they're in acting. Because I feel like acting is the field where we understand that. Like I, for instance, did this convention where I was really close to this guy who's in his 60s who I considered like a mentor to me, you know? So that's what's so cool.
It's so cool. And the mentor thing is, it's like, it's so correct, because you can learn life experience from older people, and then they can teach you, and then you could, like I said before, incorporate that into your acting. And then once you're in like a scene with like Adam Sandler, let's say, who's playing your father,
Yeah.
who's like in his 50s,
Right.
you would know how to talk to him, because he's in his
Mhm.
50s, and you've met people who are in their 50s, and like it just, I feel like it's all psychology. So
Yeah.
whatever
yeah.
you take in, you put it out there. So it's very cool. So that's like the main thing of what I love to do, is just meeting new people.
I love that. I really love that. And that also shows, like, obviously, I know what kind of person you are, but for the audience watching, it shows that you're a genuine person. You're in it to, like, connect with other people like yourself, you know? That's, I feel like
Yeah,
that's a really
that makes
honest
sense too,
answer.
because like you can do all this in a bubble if you really want to, but like it's gonna be really hard to do anything entertainment or artistry or any kind of like no matter what kind of medium you're in entertainment, if you just
Yeah.
go show up, do what you're doing, and then leave and not connect to the people you're doing it with. Like you have to
Yeah.
build those connections and learn from each other if you're gonna go forward. If you're just trying to think you know everything and can just go in there and do all that, then you're not really taking the
Exactly.
right stuff to heart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I feel like this goes with every industry in the world, but it's mainly for like the entertainment people, because
Yeah.
without networking, without collabing, without putting yourself out there, how do you expect to move forward,
Yeah.
Right.
No, it's not, the industry is not coming after you. You have to go after it.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Made sense.
No, that's so true. And I think that a lot of people, like, I love that you said that too, because that's something I was thinking about the other day. Like, you know, like if you're, the reason why like people that are actors are friends and get along with each other is because they all have the same common goal, right? Like they love what they love. So it's like they're doing what they love. Just like if doctors were all working together. But it's
Yeah.
like if you're just working like a normal, like, you know, just a normal job, like you may not get along with those people because they don't have the same visions as you. And like that's something I thought about the other day. I was like,
Yes.
and then it randomly came to my mind. I was like, okay, that actually makes sense.
Yeah.
And with the right connections, like you said, like it's like this field, you want to connect to as many people as you can and meet as many people as you can, which is why
Yeah.
so many actors know each other, because they all
Exactly.
become friends and help each other out.
Yeah, and that's the pretty thing, is that people who work in offices, let's say 9 to 5, again, amazing, props to you.
Yeah, exactly.
But they just have like one vision. Actors, they're just more open-minded, and we're just more like, like we're more
Right.
As a person who left office work to work remote, so I don't have to go in office, when you go in office, they don't talk to each other at all.
Yeah.
It's very isolated. There's no networking or talking outside of like maybe a happy hour where people get drunk and then don't really talk about anything of substance anyway. So
Well, yeah, and I've noticed about actors, and maybe this is me, but I think Lainey will agree with me. I think you'll even agree with me, babe, as well. With like or anybody in entertainment, not just actors, just creative people, like artists, like actors, videographers, whatever they do. I feel like we're more like it's hard to explain, but we're more like the type of people that like love to talk to people, but also at the same time, it's kind of like we're very more energetic. We have more life like in us. I feel
Yes.
like we get excited easier.
Yeah, we have that spark.
Yeah. We get like more excited about things.
And
Oh yeah.
I think it goes both ways. So even like people that aren't usually more introverted, like when you're with people that are in the industry that you are in, it's so easy to talk to them regardless of like how talkative
Exactly.
you are individually. I hate talking to people generally. But when I'm like networking with my tabletop people and like my community and stuff, and like I'm in a game tonight where I only know like one person in the group and been talking to them and like meeting new people all the time. It's just a different mindset when you're talking to people that are actually interested in the same stuff as you.
Yeah,
But Justin,
exactly.
I totally agree with that because I'm introverted and extroverted. It depends like who I'm with. It also depends like
Yeah.
who I want to like share my energy with. Um, like when I'm introverted, I love being introverted because I'm at home, I'm in my blanket, I'm watching a movie.
Yeah.
Like that's my favorite thing to do, like every night. But
I love that.
yeah, but my extroverted side comes out um when acting's involved or just when I'm out with people who I want to be out with, you know?
Yeah.
Um, and I don't really go out too much. It's not like my like thing to look forward to every Saturday, let's say. But when I do have a chance to do that, it's fun because then you just bring out that extroverted side of you. Um,
Yeah. And that's how I feel. Like I tell him all the time, and Lainey believes me when I tell her this, but he doesn't believe me because I talk to like people like the grocery store. I'm like, oh, how are you? Like the cashiers and stuff. That I'm shy, but like I really am a shy person. It's just
yeah,
like around the right people, it
yeah,
doesn't seem that way. And
yeah.
sometimes I'll babble because I am shy, like around people I don't know. Like, and he doesn't get that. I'm just like, no. Sometimes I'll over talk because I don't know what to say. Like,
Yeah. And then you're like, okay, shut up.
yeah. See, Lainey understands.
Yeah. But
For sure.
yeah, but like I agree with that. Like I get shy too, um, but I feel like when I'm in like another character, back to acting again, I'm not shy. You know, I can
Yeah.
just do it.
Right, because it's like you're putting yourself in that character. You feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
you're
like
them.
you're not playing you.
Yeah.
Right,
I mean, that's one of
exactly.
the reasons I play so much tabletop on stream because I get to play it, especially with me running the game. I play a million characters in like a 3 hour span. Anyone they run into is me being a different character. So like I'm in a
That's
different
true.
mindset for like 3 hours straight.
Yeah, and then you can just act crazy and just not be you for
Exactly.
Right.
a moment of time.
Exactly, and that's something also like I love about acting. It's like you can play, and Lainey, I think I told you this before, but I came up with this. Okay, so I don't know if I came up with this quote, or I may have heard it somewhere, but I feel like I may have came up with it. So I don't. Don't quote me on that, people watching. But you can play a million different lives in one life. Like you're not just like in one life. Like you can escape and like play all these characters. Like I play mean roles. So do you sometimes, but like you're the nicest person. But she excels at every role she plays because she's a phenomenal actress. So you're welcome. Um, what was the next question? Oh, have you, and I think you kind of touched on this a little bit in the first question, but have you always wanted to do this with your career? Or is there something else? Because I know you said at a young age you like saw this is what you wanted, but was there anything else, or is there anything else you want to do maybe like on top of this as well?
um, well, as you know, that this is like my main focus, and this is what I
Yeah,
want to do for like hopefully the rest of my life, and maybe become like the next Emma Stone, for example. That would be sick.
you will.
No, but yeah, there are things that I would love to do on the side as well. As you know, but the audience doesn't know, I love fashion and I love jewelry as well. So I would love to like do a business in that sort of field one day and hopefully like design my own jewelry and my own fashion trends and stuff. Like right now I have a bunch of rings and
I
bracelets
love
on.
them. Those are
Nice.
so
Yeah,
cute.
which I love, and I feel like this is me. And I feel like
Yeah.
this I started wearing the bracelets and rings like this past summer, and I feel like it just brought out myself more. So I would love to do I would love to make a business in the jewelry and fashion field.
Yeah,
So
and I love that. And it's so funny you have all those rings on because typically that is me. And today I have none on and I feel like naked. I usually have like, he knows, like 10 rings on.
Yeah.
Yeah, your hands are
But
bare, no rings, no polish. I'm more dressed up than you are
I
today.
know. I know. I usually have all that, but I just got off work too, guys. So.
Yeah, true. I have nail polish, but it is all chipping, and I'm gonna redo them later.
Yeah,
So
I love the color though.
I have to
I
clean
love
mine
it.
up. I did mine in a hurry before we got on, so
He did.
yeah. It's
And
very
what?
nice though. I love it.
thank you. I
And what?
appreciate it.
Lainey's so sweet. Um, what are some things that kept? Oh, sorry, wrong. Sorry, guys, I said that wrong. What are some things that keep you pursuing this on days when it's challenging? I think that is a huge question.
Wow. That is very deep. I like that.
Yeah, it is.
Well, on days where I don't feel like doing anything, it depends like how I'm actually feeling. If I really, really don't feel like doing anything, I will listen to my body and I will just lie down and maybe listen to a nice podcast. Like at least I'm like I can literally like stare up to the ceiling and just listen to the podcast and not have to move or do anything.
Yeah.
You know? But on days where don't feel like doing anything, but I do it anyways, I really just think of my future self, whether that would be the in 10 minutes Lainey or in an hour Lainey. Like I think of that future Lainey,
Mm-hmm.
and I think of yeah, and I think of her, and I think of how she's gonna feel like when she starts to do something right now to push her to learn something new in her craft. So I think of my future self when I really don't feel like doing things, and I push myself. And once I do push myself, okay, I'm back and I feel good.
Yeah, that's a really good way to think about that, actually.
That makes sense. Yeah.
It does. Yeah. You like think about how it's gonna like impact things in the future. Like, what would my future self want?
Exactly. Yeah. But like I said, if I really, really don't feel like doing anything, I would say I don't feel like doing anything, and I just whip on a movie or a show, and I study like that. I watch how they act, which I think is the most like productive thing to do when you don't feel like doing anything.
Yeah.
You just let your brain take in all the actions that they do and stuff like that.
Yeah, 100%. And that was so crazy when we both found out that we did that, because like I don't know anyone else that does that. And when you told me you did that too, I was like, wow, that blew my mind.
Yeah, I know. I find it's the best school to do.
I mean, yes, so often anymore when I'm just like trying to like not think about anything while I'm whether working on something or just relaxing, I'll just put on a random tabletop show that I've already seen a million times in the background just to listen to and like glance over at here and there, because it's such low thought, but it still helps out so much.
Yeah. There you go.
And like it's good that you do that, because like mental health is so important too. You don't want to like push yourself like when you really feel like you can't, you know, like. And that's something I kind of struggle with. I'm trying to get better at is taking that break, because I love that you do that, because it's like then you're going to feel mentally, you know, better later on and make better, you know, content.
Yeah. And my advice for everyone who's listening is when you do that, don't feel guilty at all for doing that at all. So just tell yourself, I deserve this break, and I'm listening to my body, and I don't want to strain myself. I don't want to put extra like burden on my mental health, and because like you said, mental health is the most important thing. So you listen to your mind and you listen to your body. So don't feel guilty for taking a little break at all.
Yeah, that's great advice. I love that.
Yeah.
What are some other things you enjoy doing as hobbies? I mean, I know these things about you, but the audience doesn't. So.
Well, like I said, I dance. So dancing is one of my favorite things to do. I write short stories a lot. I feel like that's one of my favorite extra hobbies to do, because writing, I usually log on to my Google and I don't even think of what I'm going to write about. I just go onto a Google sheet and I think of an adjective, a noun, and a verb. And then I write my short story surrounding those action, noun, and verb. And then I start typing, and I feel like I'm like just typing for literally like 30 minutes straight. Just, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm just typing. And I feel like that's one of my favorite hobbies because it just lets me get stuff off my mind and off my chest. And I feel like I'm entering like another like world.
Yeah, and getting back to mental health, I feel like that's so good for your mental health too, because it's kind of like releasing like all these thoughts and ideas in an artistic way, but getting to like relax as you're doing it. Kind of thing.
It's more or less therapeutic writing. And a lot of people don't know, but I do write, and like I've been saying, I write short stories all the time, and I hope for one day for it to become maybe like a kid's story or a show or a movie that I can star in. It would be so cool. So writing is one of my favorite hobbies. Other hobbies that I do are I bake. I mean, I haven't baked in a while, but if I want to really bake, I make like cakes and cookies. I feel like that also is just super fun, and it just you just put like music in the background, and then you look at the recipe and you just bake and you just do it for like an hour, and like it's fun. That's one of my other hobbies that I like to do.
And it's always good to eat afterwards too.
Oh yeah. And we always talk about like cookies and stuff. So
yes, I'm excited because with Christmas coming, I'm like I need to make some Christmas cookies. But no, she is a really good writer, you guys, and I hope someday the world can see Lainey's writings because she's very good at it, like really good at it.
Yeah, I would love to share it with the world someday. So
yeah. And that's okay. Whenever you feel, I always say, because I don't share mine either, as you know, with the world. So whenever you feel like it's time, but don't push yourself. Like,
I mean, you do have your random couple fan fictions you put together for your couples from your TV shows.
But nobody knows about those except for like I don't share those with people I know. Anyway,
because it just you make like fan fictions. Like there's so many Harry Potter fan fictions that people write. So
there's a ton of Harry Potter fan fictions. That's like the number one on any fan fiction site. It's insane.
You and Justin both love Harry Potter. Like he's obsessed with Harry Potter.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes, I am. Wait, we're on the side.
He has like tattoos of like.
No way, that's so cool.
Yes.
What house are you in?
Ravenclaw.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I was a Ravenclaw, but I'm not.
Well, Jenny, you can go on Pottermore.com and figure out what your house is.
Oh, I know what it is.
She's a Hufflepuff.
I'm a Hufflepuff.
Oh, no way? Okay.
Yeah.
That's why she never takes a break.
That's why I was like, but I want to be a Ravenclaw, so I always like get upset about it. But it's okay. The Rock is a Hufflepuff, so that keeps me.
Yeah, the Rock's not a good example, and dude doesn't sleep either.
It's okay. Ravenclaw and Hufflepuffs they're good. I mean, they don't really talk about it too much in the movies, but I mean, they're there, so it's okay.
Okay. At least I'm not a Slytherin, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you were, that would be fine too. So.
Yeah. I love their color. I was like, I like that it's green. That's my favorite.
Yeah, I love that color green. It's nice.
Me too. What is? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get through the questions because we could talk for hours.
You're good. We have plenty of time still.
Oh, okay, good.
I wish we can do like a 3-hour podcast. I would.
Oh my God,
insane.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll just have to have you on multiple episodes is what we'll have to do.
Of course, I'll be here.
See, there you go. We could totally do that too. We could do like a 5-hour podcast. We could talk for 5 hours. What is oh crap, sorry, I missed the question. What is something fun? Oh, this is the question, lady. What is something fun people may not know about you?
Okay, so I've been thinking about this all morning because like, what is something fun people don't know about me? And then it clicked. So here it goes. I work for my brother's popcorn company, so I produce popcorn every single day. So I smell like a movie theater all the time, which is fun.
That's awesome. I love that you said that.
And as you guys can see, I don't know if the audience will be able to see this, but in the back over there, there's
I can see them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, there's popcorn bags that are there. It's called Sizzle Popcorn.
Nice.
So you can look them up on Instagram, and they have a website, and you can order it. And I'll be proud to make your popcorn. So I produce it every day, and it smells super good, and then I eat it all the time.
So what you're saying is if me and Jenny order this popcorn, you're gonna hand make it exactly for us.
And I'll sign the bag for
Every
you.
every single kernel.
Yes.
See, I have an autograph.
Yeah, I'll sign the bag for you, and I'll be like, "This is for you."
I'm curious, what kind of popcorn does he have? Like what flavors?
So he has 6 flavors. There's cheddar, ketchup, Mexican chili,
Ooh,
lightly
that sounds good.
salted, maple syrup, and salt and vinegar.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
First off, I love salt and vinegar. So
Really? Okay.
yeah, that sounds good. And cheddar, obviously.
I love cheddar. It's my favorite one.
Me too. I love cheddar popcorn. That's my favorite kind of. I'm gonna have to order some popcorn from you, Lainey.
Of course. Go ahead. I'll be happy to make it. It's fun. So I like it. So that's something fun about me. And then fun fact, nobody knew about that. So
That's
We'll,
awesome.
we'll be sure to
I love
shout out
that.
the popcorn when we clip this for TikTok.
Yeah,
at some
I'm going
point.
to for sure.
yes,
Yeah.
tag me and tag Sizzle Popcorn. You can message me after, Ginny, and let me know. Like,
Yeah.
ask me more details. I'll be happy to message it to you. So
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, because after I need to get like a blurb too, because I'm gonna make a digital art for each guest and like have
Oh.
like your picture and like a little bit about you.
okay, awesome.
Yeah, so now you guys know watching what we're gonna do. Um, do you have any future projects coming up that you're excited about? Any projects at all? It could be like an acting thing, a TikTok acting thing, anything like dance, anything.
I actually do. I don't say it to like the world because it's not for sure yet, but I am in the works with it.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, on like specifically TikTok as well. Like I'm gonna be doing like acting challenges, and we're like me and Jenny will be collabing a lot, and then also in like the late winter, I'm gonna be starting to do some like short films with a buddy of mine that I
That's
actually met.
awesome.
Yeah, that I actually met in my acting class that I just finished. She's a director and a filmmaker, so we're gonna collab, which is gonna be really fun, and we're gonna be putting out short films, which I'm very excited about.
I'm excited for you. I can't wait to see that. So
Yeah, I'm
and
excited.
And I'm excited to do the acting challenges with you too.
Oh yeah, we have to do Christmas ones.
Yes, for sure. I will find some good ones.
Me
Yes.
too.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. That's a lot of fun stuff coming up. So
Yeah, I'm very excited to get into action and film stuff, and then just talk about it, then release it to my social platforms. And I'm so grateful that I have these platforms like TikTok especially, and the following that I grew over the past, what is it, like 2.5 years that I've been on, and then I can just show my more creative side to the world, which I'm happy about.
Yeah, and Lainey has a really big following on TikTok. I'm so proud of her. I just have to say
that.
So
And
do
later,
you.
well, thank you. But I'm always like your biggest fan, so
I am yours.
that's what best friends are supposed to do. So see.
Yes.
What is your favorite time of the year? Like okay, so this is the question I have, but I'm gonna make it a little bit deeper. So what is your favorite time of the year, and why is that your favorite time of the year?
Oh, okay. So throughout my life, I've been having debates with myself on what my favorite time of the year is, because my birthday is in April, so that's considered spring. So I always thought that was my favorite time of the year because it's my birthday. And then I thought that summer was my favorite time of the year because of the hot weather and just cold drinks and ice cream and stuff like that, and late nights. But then this year, I finally came to the conclusion that fall is my favorite time of the year.
Nice.
And I'm sticking with it because where I live, I think you get snow as well, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Lots
Okay.
of it.
So we both get all the 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So where I live, I see a lot of we have a lot of trees here because there's a lot of like mini forests and stuff. So I love fall because I feel like it's just the color change and like the leaves falling, and it's just there's a lot of change, and I love change, and I love developing, and I feel like that's a great part of a person's life and journey. And I feel like a person like really equals fall because of the change and all the different colors blooming out, and just like the smell of the leaves. I just love it, and I just feel like it's time to like get like nice lattes and like just like fall drinks and fall foods, and then also the fashion is so pretty.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, like the big sweaters and like leggings or jeans or like little loafers and booties and like little mitts, and I don't know, I love the different like beiges and browns and oranges and uh greens, and not like summer green, like a fall green sort of thing.
Yeah.
I just, so like I said, the colors, the change, and just like the new season we're entering and the new development, and I feel like the soil and the trees, they're all getting ready for winter and for like the 25 centimeters of snow that we get here. So
All that snow.
yeah.
No,
So
I love that. I love that.
yeah, so fall is my favorite time of the year, and also it's Halloween, and I love Halloween.
Oh, me too. And it's so funny you say that because, like, when I was younger too, I feel like summer was my favorite time because I love swimming and stuff, and I love like that time.
But I do feel like fall, just hearing you talk about that, I do feel like fall is also my favorite time too. Because so I like how warm it is in the summer, but with fall, you are right. Like there's all the different changes that come about. And I love Halloween. And it's like, you know, you get like it's like the cozy season to like
Cozy season, that's the word. Yes.
yeah, like watch a movie, you know, wear hoodies, and I love hoodies. So it's like you know, nice sweaters, like and the colors, you're right. And I like the analogy you used about like the leaves falling down and how like it's like changing like the growth of like a person too, like in the fall, like how the leaves change.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was really deep. I love that.
Yeah. Like I remember I mean, it's still kind of fall now, but I remember like mid fall, like in October, I was at a light in my in the car, and I just rolled down my window and I looked at the leaves beside me, and I was like, I love the smell of it.
And I love how they're different colors too, like you said.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so pretty. I love it.
You know what I've always wanted to do, but nobody has ever done it with me. I may have done it as a little kid, but I can't remember. I want to like, you know, rake a bunch of leaves together and just like fall
down in them.
Yeah, I think I've done that when I was like 5 years old.
Yeah.
And then I remember people used to say like, "Don't do that. You're gonna get lice or something."
Yeah, like I feel like I probably did as a kid too, but as an adult, I just want to do it just once. Just
Yeah, we
like,
have to.
yes, we'll do it. We'll do it when we hang out.
You see how us actors really get into that playful kid imagination?
Yes. And that is so true too. I feel like us actors, like we never lose that inner child inside of us.
Yeah, and we have to bring it back. Even like Hollywood actors today, they even say like channel that inner child, bring that out again.
Yeah. It's so important.
Yeah, because when we get older, we always like we're worried about like just life and just things, but we shouldn't at all. We shouldn't stress about that. So I feel like everyone in the world, actor or not, you should just channel your inner child and just have fun like that. Because if you look at kids and study them, like go to the mall or something and look at little kids and see how they are. They're just so free and they don't care, you know?
Yeah.
And they just have fun.
Makes me think of that quote from High School Musical. That's what his character said. Where it was like, I don't remember the exact wording of it, but it was like where you would just go up to another kid in kindergarten and just start playing with them like you're your best friend with like no judgment or
yeah. In the first one, when she's talking to Troy, I love that quote. Yeah.
Like because I never thought of like the stuff that people like judge people on nowadays. Like when you're a kid, like you just other kids, you want to play and have fun and just like be yourself. There's no like thoughts that holding you back.
No, and kids like kindergartners, they won't like they won't think anything of you at all because they're in their own world and they're just matching their world with your world.
That's true. And something you said earlier when you were saying how like, you know, why do people stop
doing their dreams? Like, is it a fear of them not making it? Like, I was thinking about that too, what you were saying, and I agree with that. And I feel like it's also the fear of like other people judging them. Like, I feel like so many people worry, like, if I have this passion or if I do this, like, will that person think it's silly? Will they judge me? So I can't do this because, you know, I can't do this because, oh, God forbid, if I do this, it's like that person's not going to like me. People care too much about what other people think.
Yeah.
And it's sad.
It is sad. They shouldn't think that at all. They should
And I mean, it did take me, like, I will say, like, when I was younger, like, a long time to realize that, like, it doesn't matter, you know, what other people think. Like,
Yeah, and that's me too. It took me a while to really like, who cares? Just like do you. That's all.
right. Like,
Yeah.
you only live once. Like,
Yeah.
why waste it on the time
Like-
of the opinions of others?
Like I know this is cheesy, but YOLO, you know?
Yeah. No, you're right though. It's so
Yeah.
true. And that's why kids have so much fun and adults lose that because kids don't care what people think. They're just like eating crayons, doing whatever they want to do, you know, having a good
crayons.
time. Like,
That's
I mean,
not
it's
saying
true,
to eat
like-
crayons. Let's just make
know,
that
I know.
clear. Because some people might be tempted to do not eat crayons.
I didn't eat crayons, but I had
Apparently,
a friend that was a kid.
apparently Jenny's friend ate a lot of crayons.
No, but they're just, you guys know what I mean. They're just like, I use that as an analogy of like just playing and doing whatever they want. And a lot of adults like lose that because they're just like, oh, I can't do that. I can't have fun. I gotta work. I can't have fun. I got
Exactly.
this.
They're stuck in their ways.
Mm-hmm. That's a perfect way to describe that, honestly,
Yeah.
Lynn. What is one of your favorite movies? That's a fun question. And why?
Okay, so as we mentioned earlier,
Yes.
my favorite movies are the Harry Potter series all the way. If I had to choose, I would choose those movies forever. I don't know why. I just really love it so much. The magic in it, the fantasy. I love fantasy all the time. So I feel like Harry Potter just brings out the fantasy of the story like intense. Like I don't know if that makes sense. Like I don't know. I'm losing my words because like I love it so much.
Yeah,
and I just-
anything that has magic in it, I'm a sucker for. So I totally
me
get that.
too.
I was
Me
so
too.
glad they added that aspect to the Addams Family remake for Wednesday.
Right?
I'm so
I
glad
know.
there's so many shows that have magic on it now on Netflix and
I-
those channels and like books and stuff.
I love it so much, and I feel like Harry Potter really nailed that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Like-
yeah.
Like there's wands and they fly on brooms and there's these magical spells and then like they can make things float or they can make things like go away. Like in number 3 with the Expecto Patronum with the
With the Patronus, yeah.
with the Dementors to make them leave and stop bothering Harry Potter and Sirius Black. I love it so much, and I never been to the Harry Potter world in Universal Studios, but I would really love to go very soon because I would literally be in heaven. I would be like, oh my god, I'm here.
Yeah, you definitely gotta at least go once for sure.
Oh my god, I will. I definitely. Yeah, and I'm gonna get myself a wand. So
Yes. Oh, and
Yeah.
the wand thing is so fun. Like when you go to like the actual
Like thing where they like kind of show you like the wand demonstration. It's so fun. You would like
You've
that a
been?
lot.
you've been?
Yeah, we've been.
Girl. Yeah.
Oh
We
yeah, I
went-
think you told
We
me
went
that.
like a while
Yeah,
back,
yeah.
like when we
Yeah,
first
I
started
actually-
dating.
So, okay, so this is how I've been. So when I lived in California, I did have a friend at the time who worked at Universal, so I got in for free.
Whoa.
And I went a few times for free, but then the first time I took Justin, he had never been before, and he freaked out, girl. Like he had a whole freak out. He was so
that would
excited.
be me. Yeah.
Yes. No, we should totally go there sometime together. That would be so much fun.
Yes. Oh my god, that would be fun. Also, I don't know if I told you this, Ginny, but Justin, you know in number 4 with the Yule ball? When you
Yeah.
go to the ball? So the ball is actually coming here, and I'm actually going. So it's gonna be like a Harry Potter Yule ball theme. So I'm going January 7th in the afternoon, and I'm very excited about that because when I'm there, I'm gonna feel like I'm in the movie. And you can dress up and put like a suit or a dress, and you can just feel like you're going to a ball. I know. I'm gonna send you pictures and videos for sure.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah, I definitely try to find like events that are being held like around or like stuff online that's not like official anymore just because of J.K. Rowling being kind of shitty. But
Yeah.
like it sucks because the fandom's still so big and I still love it. So like trying to find ways to connect to it still without supporting her is getting harder. But yeah, I like events like that where people outside of it host like events based on it and stuff where you can still have fun and enjoy the magic of it without
Of course.
thinking
That's-
about that. So
Yeah, that's why I'm going because I need to just experience that.
yeah, for
Sounds
sure.
awesome.
That
It's gonna be
sounds
amazing.
amazing. That sounds so much fun.
Yeah, they would love to go with you, babe.
Yeah, I would.
Well,
That's
one day
awesome.
One day we'll go to the Harry Potter world together, and it will be super fun.
Sounds
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
Yes, and you have to. Oh my gosh, the rides, Lainey, the coasters
Oh
are
my
really
God.
fun.
Look, I've looked them up on YouTube before, so I know what it's about.
You're like, I know all about that. That's awesome.
Well, what is your favorite show and why? And I already know, I think, okay, so we never discussed together what your favorite show, but I feel like I know what your favorite show is. Can I say it? But then you can tell the audience, but I just want to see if I'm right.
Okay.
Friends.
Yes, it's one of them. Yes. My favorite.
I knew it.
My favorite shows, plural, are Friends, 100%. I also love Seinfeld. It's another sitcom from the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like those two are my top because I know they're sitcoms, but at the same time, like they're just so much fun to watch. And also Seinfeld and Friends. I don't know if you've ever watched Seinfeld, but if you didn't, you should. It's on Netflix if you want. It's super funny. It's the most natural show ever. And what they like to call it, it's a show about nothing. It means it's just a show about life. Like if this was a scene in Seinfeld, that would be okay.
That's awesome. I
Yeah.
love that.
And I feel like we can just relate to that show so much because it's just an everyday show and it's an everyday life, and it's so funny, and the acting is phenomenal. The way they created their characters are just amazing, and whenever I watch it, I go, wow, they're so good. And it's just and they won so many awards. I remember my mom telling me that they won a lot of awards in the 90s because it was just like a very, very good show, and it's about, I think, 9 seasons, I'm pretty sure. And then the other show I really love is Friends. And Friends, I feel like it's just more sentimental, it's more touching because there's 6 friends, three girls and 3 boys, and they're all just so close, and it's unconditional love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I feel like so many people can relate to that show because people want to have a group of friends like that. And
Yeah.
it's really hard to find friends who are like the Friends cast, like the Friends show. And I love it. Like even their acting is so natural. And like Jennifer Aniston is insanely amazing.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
And I mean, all of them are. Even Courtney
Yeah.
Cox, she's so good. And it's so funny. Like my favorite character would probably have to be Chandler Bing. Or
That's my favorite character too.
yeah,
That's mine too. Yeah.
yeah, he's so sarcastic. His B and he's on her.
Yeah, that's literally my personality.
Yeah,
So-
and
It is.
my second favorite character would probably have to be Phoebe Buffay because she's just so natural and she's so herself, and it's just so much fun to play her on TikTok, as you know, Ginny.
Yeah.
I love to play her. It's just I feel like she doesn't care, and she's just really happy, and she's insanely funny. So
Yeah, she is. And
Yeah.
I love her personality. Like you said, she's very like optimistic and just who
Yeah.
she is. And that's so like freeing. I feel
yeah, like if I don't feel like watching anything else, I'll just put a Friends episode on, and like Justin said before, just put it on in the back and just listen to it, and just like go on your phone or read a book or something, and you don't even have to pay attention. And it's just like it's just so much fun to watch the show, and it's funny, and I feel like it's one of my comfort shows. So
Yeah. And I like what you said too, because like that's so true. They really do have unconditional love. Because like no
Yeah.
matter what they go through,
Through, because I've seen all the seasons too, because my brother loves Friends too. Like I love Friends, and like I love it because no matter what they go through, they're there for each other at the end of the day,
yes, exactly.
and that's so cool
And
and
I-
so like
Yeah,
rare, you know.
it is very rare, and I feel like everyone can relate to that show.
Mm-hmm.
With friends, and like it's like a whole big family, and they live in the same building at
Mhm.
the same complex, which is even better because they live across the hall from Joey and Chandler, and then Ross lives on
Yeah.
the other side of the building. It's amazing. I would love to be on a remake of that. That would be so fun.
I
You would
mean,
be
there's a chance
amazing at that.
I feel like they remake every show nowadays.
I know.
They really do. Yeah.
Yeah, like I saw on Netflix, it's coming in January, the 90s show from the 70s show.
Yep, I'm all over that. That was my comfort show. seen every episode of that 70s show way more times than I should have, probably.
Yeah, that definitely. Oh, go ahead, Lainey. I'm so sorry.
No, go ahead. It's fine.
That definitely, for how you were saying you watch Friends in the background, that's me with that 70s show. Like, that's one of those shows too. I put it in the background, and it's just, I know like everything they're gonna say, the scenes, and it's so fun.
Yeah, those shows are they're phenomenal, and they're very well made, and the stories are amazing because a lot of people just relate to it and they connect with it, and like,
Yeah.
same thing with me and with Friends and Seinfeld. Like I love both of them. Like they're amazing. And so yeah, those are my favorite shows.
I want to watch Seinfeld. I've never seen it actually.
I could never get into Seinfeld, but I watched Friends a lot, like on and off.
I would probably love Seinfeld because I like that kind of comedy. I'm gonna give it a shot. Yeah, because I love the actors in it. I know who the actors are.
Yeah, I love the actors, and they're amazing. They understand what they're doing. So
yeah,
and it's great. It's great to study all of these people because they're icons. They started it all, basically. Yeah,
exactly. It's like, and that's why it's so fun to study people because, like, study people in acting. I mean, because like when you
like watch people in acting and you study them, like their mannerisms and expressions, it's like you learn from them, you know, like how you were saying, like, because when, like, for instance, when you do a scene from Friends and you're playing Rachel, it's like you have Jennifer's mannerisms down, you know what I mean? Because you study that so well that you can do that. And it's like, that's so good to study different generations of different people, because when you get into like doing shows yourself, you're going to know how to like play these different roles and characters.
Oh, definitely, yeah. And it just like the body language is like, I just tap into it. Like when I play Rachel on TikTok, like her energy goes whoosh, and then I'm like Rachel.
Right. And like we were saying this before too, and like I'm gonna tap myself in this, guys, because Lainey agrees with me on this. I can play a bitchy character really well, and so can Lainey. But like we're two of the nicest people. But it's like
you guys have just watched Mean Girls too many times.
Regina George.
Yep, totally. That's what it is.
Stop trying to make fetch happen.
Yeah, I know Ginny loves that movie. So.
I do. I really do. I've watched too much of that and too much Gossip Girl. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you're such like a Blair Waldorf character.
Yes. Thank you for saying that. That's literally like my dream role.
Yeah, and I know you love her, so.
I do. Oh my gosh, I do. You just understand me? Okay, what advice would you give to someone just jumping into the entertainment field?
What advice would I give? I absolutely love this question because when I first started out, I mean, I don't really ask that now because when I was first starting out, I always asked like, how should I start? What else can I do? How else can I move forward with this? So the advice I would give is to just do it. Like Nike. No, literally just do it. Like if you have it in your heart and you have it in your body, you have it for a reason. You love it for a reason. You may not know the reason yet, but just do it, and you just have to start, and you just have to go for it. Like we were saying before, how I don't know if we even mentioned this. There was so much that we spoke about, so I don't remember. But if I repeat it, I'm sorry, but I'm going to say it again. You just, like, if you want to put yourself out there, you just have to do it, and you just have to really, like, post every single day. Like, post every single day, post more than once a day. So maybe like 4 times max. And just start off by like watching shows and movies, like we've been saying. That's the best school, because I don't know if you guys know who Quentin Tarantino is. He's a big director.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah, he's amazing. I don't know if you've known this, but fun fact, he never went to school for directing. He actually went to the movie theater every single night and watched a movie and watched how the direction, like, what happened in the movie. And that's how he learned, and that's where he is today. So you honestly, if you're stressing about, oh, should I go to school for this? Should I follow your heart, listen to what your heart says. I remember last year, in the beginning of this year, actually, I was in like a weird place. So like I was like sad a lot because I was questioning my abilities and myself. I was questioning, I was like, do I even have talents? Where is this even going to take me? How am I even going to make it? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? I was like stressing myself out so much because I didn't know where it was going to take me, and I was also on a journey of self-discovery as well. So, I know this is getting really deep,
No,
but
I love it. I love it.
yeah, but just like I was just in a dark place, but then I just like kind of slapped myself in the face metaphorically. Um, and I said, you know what, Lainey, just just do it. Like Nike has that motto for a reason, because you just do it. Like just go for it. Post every day. Who cares what people think? And that's like the most like I put that in bold and I underline it. Who cares what people think? Like you're doing it for yourself. And if
Yeah.
you love it, you do it. And then also be yourself at the same time. And you're gonna go on a journey, a real tough journey. And especially in the beginning when you're first really discovering your craft and the characters that you really love to play, and you're like the meaning of this, it's going to be tough. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs, but don't stress yourself. Just tell yourself that you're doing great and that you're proud of you. And you just keep going every day. And if you have to take a break, take a break. I feel like taking a break is very necessary for us actors, because if we're in a scene and we feel very like the character feels very tired and worthless, and they don't know what's going to happen, you can like click back of when you felt like that at one point in life and feel that feeling of how you felt, and then you just channel that into the character. So I feel like life experience is also very necessary for actors, because
Mhm.
um it's that's where great work happens. And also, this is great advice that I remember my coach told me. um she said, go to a coffee shop, get a coffee, sit down, and just watch people. Don't watch them like very creepy.
Right, right.
Like you're staring at no. Like just watch them, watch how they sip coffee, watch how they sit down, watch how they get up, watch how they're like patting themselves down to look for their phone or a pen, or like how they take out their notebook, how they look around to see if anyone's looking at them, watch if they're confident, watch if they're insecure, watch how they order, watch how they sip coffee. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but watch how they eat, watch how they pick up a fork, watch everything. um and I feel like that's like the most important thing. Also, there's so much advice I could give, but that's like those are really the main points that
Mhm.
affect me as an actress. So
Yeah, and I agree. And like, I love what you said about your coach doing that, because I actually got the same advice like a couple years ago from my acting coach as well. And like, I love that she said that, because she said, like, obviously, like you said, don't like stare them down, but
yeah,
watch like what they're doing.
Doing, and like ever since I did that, I feel like I can connect easier with people too, and kind of see like
yeah,
by their energy, like, is this person, a good person? It's you kind of like just pick up on the frequency of like
right,
watching people, like, and like like when you study them do certain things, it may be a person that you're watching, like you said, like eat something, but you may learn how to like do it in a scene just
yeah.
by watching a person that you don't know. It like it's like you're learning, you're connecting more with like the world around you when you do that.
Oh, definitely. And I feel like it would just make you a stronger person. And yeah, I feel like you'll know yourself better as you enter this entertainment field. Like I remember seeing this girl like just walking in the street or whatever, and she was very like insecure, and she was just very like looking over her shoulder and
Mhm.
like kind of like to herself, and she was like
Yeah.
standing like she was standing very like stiff and like more closed instead of like having nice posture and just being like loose and just going like whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So I was watching her a bit and I was just watching how she is and how she stands, because maybe in the future we'll be able to play like a character who's very insecure or
Mm-hmm.
herself or shy. So it's just like the best school. Like the world is the best school ever.
Yes. I love that quote. Yes.
Yeah. So and also
Amen.
yeah, and also like forget about acting.
Yeah.
Also, like I don't remember his name. Justin, you might, but the actor who played Severus Snape in
Oh, Alan Rickman.
yes, R.I.P. But I remember.
Oh, I know. He was such a
Yeah, Alan Rickman's amazing.
Yeah, he's amazing. He said in an interview that I just saw like last week, he said, "Forget about acting. Just imagine when like your imagination is the most powerful thing that you can have as a person. Everybody has an imagination, but actors really bring it out because that's their job. So he says, forget about acting, just have life experience. Like I just mentioned, like one day when you feel really worthless and you feel sad and all you want to do is lie down and watch a movie, that's fine, because when you have a character who's like that, like I said, you can tap into that emotion and remember how you felt in that exact moment. So it's just life experience.
Mm-hmm.
How that's like the best schooling. And then once you get to a script, you look at the lines, you read it, and then you just let your imagination come to life and you just forget about acting and you just be.
Yeah.
So, like yeah.
No, that's so true. Because like whenever I come up with like a heartbreaking scene that's like made up completely, it's not technically made up because I think of like a time when I was completely
devastated and heartbroken, and I just like cry because I put myself in that, like persona. And that's what's beautiful about acting. It's like you can just, there's so many things you've been through in life, and like life experience, like you said, is what you need to focus on, not so much the acting, but like just play the scene as in a sense you're playing a role, but play as yourself, like what relate it to what you've been through, kind of thing.
Yes, and that's what Alan Rickman said. He said, just be yourself. Like just be yourself when you act, like, and then just add some spice to it, sort of thing.
I love that.
Yeah, like when you tap into that heartbreak emotion, it probably feels very therapeutic as well.
Yeah, for sure, it does.
Yeah, but just like don't let your mind stay in that emotion after you finish the scene. Like just like brush it off.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's what you're right. You do have to do that as an actor because, like, think about it. All the movie roles people do, all the roles we do, even on TikTok, it's like in act scenes we do and stuff. It's like we have to know how to like once we're done with the scene, like separate ourselves from that situation.
Yes, and there are exercises you can do. You can go like this, rub your hands together, clap, just like shake.
Yes.
Oh yeah, another like little thing that I saw. This is not advice. I just find it really, really cool. Jim Carrey, he did a movie years back with Kate Winslet. I forget what the name is, but in real life, he was like himself, like Jim Carrey. He was so depressed at that time, and he was so sad and broken for some reason. I don't know why, but the director looked at Jim Carrey and he said, "Your character in the movie right now is very depressed and sad and broken and lost and confused, and you're so beautiful right now because you're broken, you're truly broken, you're truly devastated, so just put that into that character and just let it out." And he did. Yeah, and he did. I could send it to you later. I found it yesterday actually. And it's such a beautiful scene because he's literally like he's wailing and he's like crying so much, but I feel like that's Jim Carrey just doing it because that's how he felt in real life.
Yeah, just being himself. I love that. Like,
exactly. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I love this question. It was amazing.
It's a great question to end on because it is that time to wrap up.
Well, that's actually really good because we only didn't get one question done.
That's awesome. So save that one for next time.
Yeah.
But with that, is there anything that you want to promote, Lainey? I know the TikTok, but anything else in addition to that?
Yeah, so I'm gonna start off by saying TikTok because I don't
Mm-hmm.
just for audience to know, like I'm on TikTok and that's where I really post a lot of my stuff. It's just my name, Laneybetty, Laneybetty. I post a lot of stuff on there. I try and post every single day. My life gets in the way and I get busy at times, but me and Ginny do a lot of collaborations. You should follow her
Yes.
too.
Lady, I love you. You're so sweet.
And I said I live in Canada, but for people who don't know where I live in Montreal, Canada. So it's Toronto and Vancouver are really
Mm-hmm.
there are places where people know more. Montreal is like it's like it's famous in quotations, but it's not like as well known as Toronto and Vancouver. But I just want to say that I do live in Montreal, Canada. Um, and where I live, there's not really that much opportunity because the French film industry is really big here,
Mm-hmm.
and I do speak French, I really do, but my mother tongue is English. I speak English at home. I grew up English, but I was speaking French since I'm about 5 years old because we have to learn it every single year up until we're maybe 19 when we're in college. Um, so I speak French. I live in Montreal, Canada. I have a TikTok account. My Instagram account is actually one of my videos has my TikTok account like a green screen. I tried to link it to my TikTok, but it doesn't work for some reason. So when you go on my TikTok page, my Instagram video is like pinned on my profile, so you can follow my Instagram page because I post like when I do photo shoots because I'm also a model, aspiring model as well. I just love the entertainment industry, so whatever field I'm in, I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
So I post a lot of photo shoots when I do that. I I post a lot of photo shoots on Instagram when I do photo shoots, and then I just do a lot of acting and post stuff on my TikTok and collab and meet people and network. And yeah, that's me.
Awesome.
And she has a website as well.
Oh yeah, I do. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we will
Yeah.
definitely make sure to include all of those links and
Yeah,
everything in the promo when we put that up when this before this
Okay.
actually airs, so that we can make sure we get it all, so they don't have
Yeah.
to navigate the broken links and deal with that situation.
Yeah, my website's linked in my Instagram and TikTok bio, so go ahead. Oh, I also have
Perfect.
YouTube if you want to check it out. I don't really use it that much,
Yes.
but I will. I will.
We'll just throw it all in there. They can explore Lainey.
And for me, guys, I guess the first episode hasn't aired yet, so you don't know. You can follow me.
Yeah, this is episode 3 technically, so
even though it's technically the second one we're filming.
it's okay. It's okay. It'll all go up in January. It's like December now.
Yes.
When they hear this, it'll be January. So
But yes, exactly. But my TikTok is just being Jin, so that's just and then being Jin.
Jin is Gin. My Instagram's the same as well, and my link tree is on my TikTok, so it links to like my Spotify, my Instagram, things like that. So that's basically where you guys can follow me. Oh, and I just created a new TikTok for a singing channel I know it's so unique. Just being Jin music, so you can follow me there.
But that's you. That's just being Jin. You're just being
awesome.
Exactly.
Follow her, guys. She's awesome.
And then
Lainey's awesome.
I am Pluto Cleric on every single social media out there, and I have a card account, plutocleric.card with 2 R's.co that has all my links and all my bio stuff on there. You guys can follow me at. But yeah, just keep an eye out on the social medias for promos for the show and future episodes. And we'll have the TikTok up as well next month for clips of the video, so you can see our faces, not just hear our voices.
Yes, because we are creating a TikTok. Wow,
TikTok? What's TikTok? Is that a new app we have to download? Shit.
No, a TikTok podcast channel that I will be running because he doesn't want to run it. So I'll be running the TikTok podcast channel. I'll try to, and that's where we'll put up clips, our favorite scenes of this podcast with Lainey and other guests as well. So
Okay.
Thank you so much, guys, for having me. This is so much fun. I can't wait to do more.
Yeah, thanks for being here. We'll
Yes,
definitely
it's a
have you
blast.
back in the future for sure.
Oh yes, I'm very excited. And then next time we'll update each other and just give each other what we've done so far. So
Sounds good.
Yes, I love that.
But we
Yeah,
will
thank
see
you
you
so much.
guys same time next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, guys.